Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau reconnect over dinner in Montreal.
Katy Perry just seen mingling with former Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau.
Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau sharing a meal together in his native Canada.
Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau recently turned heads during a quiet dinner in Montreal, where the two reportedly bonded over deep conversation and shared values. The meetup happened on a night at the upscale Le Violon restaurant, where they were photographed enjoying a private moment. Sources close to the former Canadian Prime Minister revealed that the pair had been keeping in contact since meeting at an event earlier in 2025. The dinner wasn't just a casual meetup. Insiders say it was something both had been anticipating for some time. Despite their efforts to stay under the radar, photos soon made their way online, spilling the details of their cozy rendezvous. Justin Trudeau enjoys a fresh start after his divorce. Justin Trudeau has been single since separating from his wife Sophie in 2023, ending an 18-year marriage. Friends of the former leader say he's ready to move forward and has been open to meeting someone new. According to people close to him, he found Katy Perry's personality refreshing and easy to talk to. Justin Trudeau reportedly enjoyed their conversations so much that he's already making plans to see her again, this time in the United States. While he's not rushing into anything serious, those close to him say he hasn't felt this energized in a long time. Justin is said to appreciate Katy's grounded nature and her understanding of what it means to be in the public eye. Katy Perry finds comfort post-split from Orlando Bloom. Katy Perry's dinner with Justin Trudeau comes not long after her quiet separation from longtime partner Orlando Bloom. The couple, who share a daughter and had been engaged since 2019, had been dodging breakup rumors for months. Sources say that by January 2025, Katy was already telling close friends the relationship had run its course. The dinner with Justin wasn't just a rebound. According to insiders, it was something she agreed to almost immediately after being asked. Those around her say she felt at ease with him and enjoyed how genuine and respectful he was about her recent split. Despite her global fame, she reportedly found Justin's down-to-earth demeanor refreshing. The Montreal dinner that sparked headlines. During their night out in Montreal, Justin and Katy dined on lobster and sipped cocktails in a discreet corner of Le Violon. Justin is said to have picked up the tab and even thanked the kitchen staff personally. While the dinner was meant to be low-key, it didn't take long for curious diners and nearby onlookers to snap photos. Sources say that Justin doesn't regret the dinner being exposed and is still looking forward to seeing Katy again soon. He reportedly told friends he felt like a young adult again, and that their connection was something worth exploring further. For someone who's spent years under the glare of public scrutiny, Justin is said to appreciate the lighthearted and engaging dynamic they've already formed. Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau have a ton of shared interests. What makes this budding relationship especially interesting is their shared passion for global issues. Both Katy and Justin are known for their advocacy and interest in humanitarian work. Friends say they spent much of their dinner talking about projects they care about, the challenges of public life, and the importance of staying grounded. Their common ground gave their conversation a natural flow that both reportedly found refreshing. Katy, in particular, is said to have appreciated Justin's genuine curiosity and respectful energy. He, in turn, admired how passionate she is about the world beyond her career. Their connection isn't just about chemistry. It's built on mutual respect and meaningful dialogue. What comes next for Katy and Justin? As the two continue to get to know each other, plans are already in motion for another meetup. With Katy currently touring and Justin spending more time in the United States, the timing seems right for something new to blossom. Those close to them say they're both approaching this connection with care, not rushing into labels, but remaining open to what comes next. Justin is reportedly not intimidated by Katy's superstar status and feels confident navigating the extra attention that may come with dating someone so high profile. For Katy, being around someone who understands the weight of public life, yet keeps things simple, is exactly the kind of support she's been needing. While nothing is set in stone, it's clear they're both curious about where things could lead.
Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry are reportedly broken up.
Making cryptic comments, Katy Perry, amid rumors she and Orlando Bloom are on the rocks.
Recently, whispers have grown louder around the long-standing union of Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom, suggesting that after nearly a decade together, their paths may be diverging.
Katy and Orlando, who've been engaged since 2019, are going through a turbulent time.
It's a real emotional support animal because I'm very emotional right now.
Sources close to the couple indicate a quiet parting, with the primary reason cited as simply growing apart and no longer living lives that align as they once did. Katy and Orlando's journey began with a spark that captured public attention, leading to their engagement in 2019. Together, they welcomed their cherished 4-year-old daughter, Daisy Dove, into the world. Despite the engagement and the joy of parenthood, a wedding date was never firmly set for Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry. This lingering ambiguity has, according to insiders, become a significant source of strain. Reports suggest that Orlando, in particular, had grown over it, indicating a sense of weariness with the prolonged engagement and perhaps the broader uncertainty surrounding their future together. The underlying drama reportedly began to escalate noticeably in September 2024. This period coincided with the lukewarm reception of Katy's latest album, 143, a moment that undoubtedly added pressure to her professional life. The situation reportedly intensified further in April 2025, when Katy launched her ambitious Lifetimes tour. The demands of a global tour inevitably meant increased time apart for the couple, pushing their relationship to its limits. Katy Perry's disappointment over the critical reception of both her new album and the initial stages of her tour has been a significant contributing factor to the stress within their relationship. While sources indicate that Orlando has been understanding and supportive during this challenging period for Katy, the toll of her career setbacks still created undeniable drama between them. Navigating professional pressures while maintaining a robust personal connection can be incredibly difficult, and it seems this challenge has taken a toll on their bond. Friends and those within their inner circle have reportedly observed a noticeable increase in the time Katy and Orlando have been spending apart. It appears that their relationship struggles are not a recent development, but rather something that has been quietly unfolding behind the scenes, known to those closest to them for some time. This growing distance, both physical and emotional, has fueled the ongoing speculation about their future. Interestingly, despite the mounting rumors and visible signs of strain, an official announcement of their split is reportedly on hold. According to a report by Page 6, the couple is postponing any public confirmation of their separation until after Katy's Lifetimes tour concludes in December 2025. This suggests a strategic decision, perhaps to avoid overshadowing Katy's professional commitments or to manage the public narrative at a more opportune moment. Adding fuel to the fire of breakup speculation, both Katy and Orlando have offered subtle hints in their recent public appearances. During a June 10, 2025 appearance on The Tonight Show, Orlando offered a glimpse into his emotional state. He made a casual reference to needing a spouse support animal and candidly stated that he was very down right now. While seemingly innocuous, these comments were quickly interpreted by keen observers as a sign of personal drama. Similarly, Katy fueled the rumor mill during a concert in Sydney. While performing a breakup-themed song, she made a lighthearted yet pointed reference to heartache and jokingly credited a Tim Tam biscuit for helping her through a breakup. Such seemingly offhand remarks, particularly when delivered during a performance of a song about heartbreak, do little to quell rumors of a split. Despite the persistent rumors and the public hints of discord, both Katy and Orlando have maintained a veneer of public support for each other. They have continued to like each other's posts on social media, a small but often observed gesture in the digital age that signals ongoing connection. Furthermore, Orlando was reportedly supportive of Katy's recent spaceflight, demonstrating a continued presence in each other's significant life events. This mixed messaging, public gestures of solidarity alongside private reports of separation, adds a layer of complexity to their unfolding narrative. As the speculation continues to swirl, representatives for both Katy and Orlando have consistently declined to comment on the breakup rumors. Neither Katy nor Orlando themselves have made any public statement confirming or denying the split. This silence from both camps leaves the public to interpret the various signs and reports, adding to the intrigue surrounding one of Hollywood's most closely watched relationships. The full story, it seems, remains to be officially told.
Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom have certain things about their relationship that people find so strange.
These habits aren't normal to many relationships, and I wanted to talk about some that were the most surprising. Here are strange details about Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom's relationship. Katy Perry has admitted that she wasn't serious about Orlando Bloom when they first got together in 2016, despite him being ready for a relationship. She said, "We weren't really in it from day one. I mean, he was in a way, because he had just done a huge time of celibacy and he had set intentions. I was fresh out of a relationship and I was like, I can't do this anymore."
But I was just like, I can't do this anymore. I need to go into a swim in a different pond.
She admitted this on the Call Her Daddy podcast in September 2024. Orlando, though, seemed to be all in with Katy from the early days. A source told People in February 2016 that the pair had met one another's friends and claimed Orlando had introduced Katy to Flynn, his son, with his former wife, Miranda Kerr. And 6 months later, an insider told People that Orlando saw Katy as a serious partner. The insider said Orlando always gushes about Katy and thinks she's amazing in a million ways. He would love to settle down with Katy and have more kids. He hasn't been this serious about a girl since Miranda Kerr, but Katy didn't quite see it that way. Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom had a few people surprised when they were first publicly linked in early 2016. Katy made her name as the out there pop star who rocks blue hair and dresses up as a burger, while Orlando had painted himself more as a family man who prefers the quieter side of fame. But sometimes opposites attract, and the two made it work. Orlando got down on one knee for Katy on Valentine's Day in 2019, and the two welcomed daughter Daisy Dove into the world in August 2020. But despite these two going strong for years, there's a few strange things about this relationship that everyone ignores, and more than a few rumors that Katy and Orlando's relationship could be on the rocks. Case in point, the fact that Katy doesn't always wear her engagement ring. In February 2024, Katy was spotted in Australia without Orlando and without her ring, which really got people talking. A source told Radar Online, "It's weird that she wasn't with Orlando, instead she was hanging out with Rita Ora and her husband, but that's hardly the only odd thing we've noticed here. It's often said that you shouldn't get back with your ex. They're usually your ex for a reason." But Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom didn't take that advice, as they broke up for several months in early March 2017 before getting engaged. Katy opened up about their split on Call Her Daddy, admitted she lost interest, and that's why she ended things. She arrogantly said, "He wasn't playing this cat and mouse game anymore with me, and I was like, this is boring, I'm moving on. Because I was so used to this push-pull, because once you have it, I was playing games." Katy shared that she later went to a retreat, the same one Orlando had gone to before their breakup, which is where she learned how to communicate better.
And then I got the tools and spoke the same language, and it changed my life.
A source told E! News in March 2017 that Katy ended things but claimed a reconciliation was likely going to happen. The source said, "It was a few events that happened over the past few months. They both still love each other very much though, and they did end up making up." Katy clearly had regrets about the breakup, and by February 2018, they were officially back together. Katy wants to make things work this time around. She tried, but she couldn't cut him off. She cares too much about him. This time they're keeping things low-key, but they're back together. This is what a source shared with The Sun. One of the big reasons why engaged couples wait to tie the knot is because of finances. But according to Celebrity Net Worth, Orlando Bloom is worth around $40 million, and Katy is worth 10 times that, with $400 million to her name. So why at the time of this video are they still not married after getting engaged in 2019? It seems particularly odd that they're still yet to take the plunge, because both moved pretty quickly the first time around. Orlando Bloom wed Miranda Kerr in July 2010, around 1 month after they confirmed their engagement. Katy and her ex-husband Russell Brand got engaged just 4 months after they started dating, and they were married later that year. A source dished on Katy and Orlando's plans in 2019, claiming different tastes contributed to the delay. The insider told People their past weddings were of course very different. They are trying to find a middle ground now. They've had quite a few excuses when asked why it's taking them so long to wed officially, but overall, people just find it quite strange. Orlando Bloom has suggested he and Katy Perry have had to put in serious amount of work to stay together. Speaking to Flaunt in 2023, he candidly admitted, "Sometimes things are really challenging. I won't lie, we definitely battle with our feelings and creativity." But he noted that the two try to keep things in perspective, saying, "I think we're both aware of how blessed we are to have uniquely connected in the way that we did at the time that we did, and there's definitely never a dull moment." These situations may be inspired by the fact that these two aren't always on the same page. A source told OK in February 2024, they're two very different people. Katy has a wild side, while Orlando is more the quiet type. When she ended her Las Vegas residency in November, she celebrated at a club. Orlando came along, but that probably wouldn't have been his first choice. He's more chill. The insider also claimed that the two find themselves compromising regularly, while Katy shared during her Call Her Daddy podcast that she and Orlando have since undergone couples therapy together to strengthen their relationship.
I do a lot of couples therapy, and we want to evolve.
Katy Perry certainly doesn't shy away from dishing out on her private times with Orlando Bloom. Katy got extremely candid on her call. Her daddy admitted, "If I come downstairs and the kitchen is all clean and you've done it all you've done the dishes and you've closed all the pantry doors, you better be ready to get rocked." That may be a bit much for some couples, but Orlando supposedly enjoys it. He responded by commenting on her Instagram post promoting the interview, saying, "I've cleaned the whole house." But that's far from the only time Katy has gotten candid. During a July 2024 Instagram live chat, she read a comment out loud that urged, "Tell us about Orlando's magic stick." Katy smiled and said, "Well, we've been together for a while, so I guess he's got the magic in him." The awkward thing here, though, Katy claimed on her Katy Perry Witness Worldwide live stream in 2017 during her split from Orlando that her former boyfriend, John Mayer, was a better lover than Orlando. Ouch. There was a time when Katy was reportedly still madly in love with John Mayer, according to Rolling Stone, when she admitted that she's attracted to the broken bird sad soul type. She even confessed, saying, "I do have to figure out why I'm attracted to these broken birds," referring to both John Mayer and her former husband, Russell Brand. Katy also made the admission that she's not concerned about the possibility of her man checking out another woman. After a photo went viral in September 2024 that appeared to show Orlando Bloom checking out Kim Kardashian. When she was asked about this, she said, "I approve," which is kind of cool that she didn't make a big deal out of it. Katy Perry is desperate to stay relevant. Her latest tour kickoff has crash-landed into a meteor shower of fan criticism.
What's your name?
Daniel.
Daniel, where are you from?
Mexico City.
It doesn't matter, these guys are incredible. Now, do you have any rhythm?
We have a what?
Rhythm.
Katy Perry's space-themed Lifetimes tour, launched in Mexico City, ignited a storm online, primarily due to her bold metallic cutout bodysuit and matching accessories, unveiled shortly after her brief Blue Origin spaceflight.
All-female Blue Origin mission that 6 ladies spending about 11 minutes in space.
Fans and critics alike mocked the outfit, questioning its connection to the short, training-free journey, with some labeling it a desperate attempt for relevance. The backlash extended to her dramatic ground-kissing post-flight, deemed excessive.
Katy!
Woo!
Even celebrities like Olivia Munn and Emily Ratajkowski criticized the environmental impact of the space trip, adding fuel to the controversy.
This is beyond parody, saying that you care about Mother Earth and it's about Mother Earth.
While Gayle King and Lauren Sanchez defended the mission, Perry continued her tour with more space-inspired costumes and robotic moves. Katy Perry got blasted off her Lifetimes tour in Mexico City wearing a getup that can only be described as, well, out there. Think less teenage dream and more intergalactic nightmare. The centerpiece? A metallic cutout bodysuit that left little to the imagination, paired with matching arm cuffs, leg covers that resembled something a futuristic gladiator might sport, and a hat that seemed to have escaped from the set of a low-budget sci-fi flick. Not one to keep her cosmic couture under wraps, Perry proudly beamed photos of the ensemble onto X, formerly known as Twitter, captioning it with the cryptic "Introducing KP143, a clear nod to her latest musical offering. The timing of Katy Perry's tour and its extraterrestrial aesthetic is, shall we say, interesting. Just recently, Perry took a brief, albeit highly publicized, jaunt to the inky blackness aboard Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin spacecraft. She wasn't alone on this all-female voyage, sharing the capsule with the likes of Gayle King, Lauren Sanchez, Aisha Bowe, Amanda Nguyen, and Carrie-Anne Flynn. This 11-minute joyride, which required absolutely zero physical training, seems to be the launch pad for Perry's current tour theme, and the subsequent online roasting. The internet, as it so often does, did not hold back. Fans flocked to social media to dissect Perry's look with the precision of a laser beam. Comments range from bewildered inquiries like, "Is this what happens after you go to space and back?" to more pointed jabs such as, "You went to space for 10 to 11 minutes and now you an alien?" Ouch! The shade didn't stop there, with some accusing the pop star of a desperate attempt to stay relevant. Double ouch. The cosmic cringe of the space trip didn't end with the outfit. Katy Perry's decision to dramatically kiss the ground upon her return from the brief suborbital flight also drew the ire of critics. Given the minimal duration and effort involved in the journey, many found the gesture to be overly dramatic and, frankly, a tad ridiculous. It seems the gravity of the situation, or lack thereof, was lost on some. The backlash wasn't confined to Katy's fan base. Fellow celebrities also weighed in, adding their voices to the growing chorus of disapproval surrounding the Blue Origin flight itself. Actresses Olivia Munn and Emily Ratajkowski publicly criticized the venture, highlighting the significant depletion of resources and the detrimental environmental impact of such short, high-profile joyrides. Their concerns added another layer of controversy to Katy Perry's space-themed endeavors, suggesting that perhaps the Roar singer hadn't fully considered the broader implications of her extraterrestrial escapade. Despite the swirling negativity, some members of Katy Perry's space crew have stepped forward to defend the mission. Gayle King, ever the composed journalist, suggested that critics don't really understand what is happening here. Lauren Sanchez, Jeff Bezos' partner, took a more fiery stance, stating that negative comments about the launch get her really fired up. It seems the Blue Origin alumni are determined to stand their ground against the tide of public opinion. Undeterred by the online storm, Katy Perry has continued her Lifetimes tour, embracing the space theme with gusto. Reports indicate that other costumes also lean into the futuristic and robotic, and she's even incorporated robotic dance moves into her performances. Ultimately, Katy Perry's space-inspired tour kickoff has proven to be a polarizing event. While some might appreciate her commitment to a theme and her willingness to push fashion boundaries, many others have found her outfit and the overall concept to be tone-deaf and attention-seeking, especially in light of the environmental concerns surrounding space tourism. The online mockery serves as a stark reminder of the scrutiny celebrities face in the digital age, where every fashion choice and public appearance is ripe for dissection and critique. Whether Katy Perry will adjust her approach in response to the backlash remains to be seen. One thing is for sure, the Lifetimes tour has certainly launched with a bang, albeit one that echoes with more shade than stardust. Calls out her haters during a concert after her trip to space.
Katy Perry is clapping back against Blue Origin spaceflight backlash.
Katy Perry isn't just reaching for the stars, she's literally flying past them, and she's taking no nonsense along the way.
Katy Perry has broken her silence after an embarrassing fake space trip designed to promote both herself and billionaire Jeff Bezos.
The pop queen kicked off her Lifetimes tour in Mexico City this week, and let's just say, it wasn't your average tour opener. Katy came out swinging, silencing critics with sparkles, sass, and a not-so-subtle message to the haters who came for her recent trip to space. Decked out in a fierce silver metal bodysuit that looked like it was custom-made by the Milky Way's top designer, Katy levitated through the air with astronaut-level poise, recreating her zero-gravity choreography from her Blue Origin flight. Because yes, she really went to space, and she's making sure everyone knows it. At one point during the show, she even brought out two men in blue NASA jumpsuits and pulled them in for a cheeky selfie on stage. And in case that visual wasn't enough, she threw down a mic drop moment asking the crowd, "Has anyone ever called your dreams crazy?" Yes, Katy, but not everyone is bold enough to clap back in orbit. Katy recently faced criticism for her 11-minute trip to space. The mission, which also included Bezos' fiancée Lauren Sanchez, journalist Gayle King, astronaut Amanda Nguyen, rocket scientist Aisha Bowe, and filmmaker Carrie Ann Flynn, was meant to be a celebration of ambition and innovation. But instead, the trip earned her labels like out of touch and tone deaf by those who felt the timing, in the middle of global crises, wasn't exactly stellar. Even fellow celebs joined in on the backlash. Olivia Munn, never one to hold back, questioned the entire point of the mission while chatting on Today with Jenna and Friends, bluntly asking, what are they doing? She didn't stop there. She made it clear she thought there were far more pressing issues here on Earth, and if that wasn't enough, Wendy's, yes, the fast food chain with a Twitter account sharper than a steak knife, threw in their own jab, jokingly suggesting Katy get sent back to space. Savage. But if people thought the criticism would break her, they clearly underestimated Katy's cosmic confidence. Instead of retreating from the spotlight, Katy leaned all the way in, launching a massive world tour with over 80 shows and a show opener that screamed, "I am unbothered and still fabulous." And just so we're clear, this isn't just a tour. It's a statement, a declaration that dreams, no matter how outlandish, are worth chasing, and that no amount of shade is going to dim her intergalactic shine. Katy later revealed that the trip to space was deeply personal. She called it the second greatest thing she's ever done, right after becoming a mom. And that's what made the launch so hard. Leaving behind her daughter, Daisy Dove, even for a few minutes, took some serious courage. Katy confessed that she had to surrender and trust the universe to protect her and her family. It wasn't just about defying gravity, it was about confronting fear, letting go, and coming back stronger. And true to form, even a venue hiccup couldn't bring her down. Just before the Mexico City show, Katy had to cancel 2 upcoming performances in Guadalajara because the arena construction wasn't finished. Did she rage tweet or throw a diva tantrum? Nope. She posted a heartfelt Instagram story explaining the situation with grace and promising to find a way to give something special back to her fans in Guadalajara. Classic Katy, a glitter bomb of professionalism and charm. Now with the Lifetimes tour officially launched, Katy is poised to take fans on a musical journey that's not just out of this world, it's practically in orbit. From space flights to stage flights, she's proving you don't have to choose between being bold and being human. And if anyone still has doubts about her cosmic detour, she's got one word: receipts. Between the soaring visuals, those iconic vocals, and a sense of humor sharper than a space shuttle's edge, Katy is clearly in her element. So whether you cheered her on or rolled your eyes during her Blue Origin adventure, Katy Perry just made one thing clear. She's not asking for permission to dream big. She's just doing it and looking fabulous while she's at it.
Come here, bud.
No, wait. Katy Perry isn't the cleanest celeb out there. Like some other celebs, she can act like a firework. I mean, in the celeb world, she may be seen as a dark horse. 'Cause I'm coming at you like a dark horse. But at the end of the day, she's still a California girl. Alright, I'll stop. These are some shady things Katy Perry has done. One of her hits was reported for copyright reasons. The late 2000s and early 2010s saw Katy Perry enjoy a run of success with her back-to-back albums, One of the Boys, Teenage Dream, and Prism. Teenage Dream! Dark Horse, one of her greatest hit singles, scored to the top of the Billboard Hot 100 chart in 2014. But the same year, a lawsuit alleging plagiarism ruined the song's success. Christian hip-hop musician Flame, real name Marcus Gray, filed a lawsuit alleging Dark Horse plagiarized a large chunk of his 2008 song, Joyful Noise. 2019 saw the courts declare Perry liable for infringement, as Variety reports. She has a feud with T. Swift.
Taylor Swift.
I love her as a songwriter as well.
In addition to her fame, Katy Perry is perhaps best known for her long-running feud with fellow pop sensation Taylor Swift. Online jabs, diss tracks, and more were all part of the media frenzy that erupted from what began as Perry stealing Swift's backup dancer roster. Between 2014 and 2019, the two celebrities spoke with reporters intermittently, and as their separate singles Bad Blood and Swish Swish were released, swish, swish, bish, the drama was quickly consumed by the internet community. I wish that I could turn the other cheek every single time, but I'm also not a pushover, you know, Perry revealed in 2017 to NME. She talked bad about other divas. Taylor Swift isn't the only legendary pop star that Katy Perry has thrown shade at. Perry seemed to crack down on Mariah Carey in an Australian TV interview from 2014. The reporter said that maybe Mariah Carey would hold that position after refuting the assertion that she was the most popular female entertainer globally. Perry retorted, I mean, she's fabulous for a throwback, according to news.com.au.
Well, she's fabulous for a throwback. Fabulous.
We love Mariah Carey's song Fantasy and I Love Honey. I listened to all of those songs growing up. Fans of Mariah Carey's were obviously unhappy with Perry's remarks. She may be beefing with Lady Gaga. In terms of calling out celebrities, Perry had a great year in 2014, and Lady Gaga was not spared. It's possible that Lady Gaga initiated this beef. Perry debuted her Prismatic World Tour in that year with colorful hair and ensembles that mirrored Gaga's 2013 album and art pop aesthetic. In an ex-Q&A with fans, Gaga herself made a statement about the similarities, saying, "It looks like green hair and mechanical horses are the thing now." Perry has also made remarks about Gaga in public, criticizing the singer's method of reaching out to her fans. She said, "Some people are so dramatic about it, and you're like, honestly, you're not the second coming, you're just an entertainer.
And just one person believes in you, and it can change everything."
She ghosted her best friend in a flash. In addition to smack-talking her fellow pop singers, Katy Perry has also ghosted them. Early in the new millennium, Perry and Rihanna looked like a couple. They traveled to tropical destinations and attended public events together, such as the MTV VMAs. Before Perry married her now ex-husband Russell Brand in 2010, Rihanna even hosted a bachelorette party for her BFF. However, Katy Perry cut ties with her former best friend when Rihanna started seeing her ex-boyfriend Chris Brown in 2012. They even had separate seats for the 2013 Grammy Awards. "We've had dinner, and that's about it," Katy Perry told MTV News in 2013. "I think she's doing fine. I don't know." She spoke on beef that didn't include her. Katy Perry has publicly remarked on other celebrities' feuds in addition to her own personal beefs. Amidst her continuing feud with Taylor Swift, Perry responded on social media to Nicki Minaj's remark against Taylor Swift. Swift responded with a clap in support of herself when Minaj expressed her disappointment at not receiving a nomination for Video of the Year at the 2017 MTV VMAs, while other musicians did. Perry decided to voice her opinion about the matter, which didn't directly include her, in line with Swift. Finding it ironic to parade the pit women against other women thing about, as one unmeasurably capitalizes on the takedown of a woman, she posted to X. Shortly later, Perry's post was liked by Minaj, but Minaj's purported dispute with Swift ended quickly, in contrast to the years-long feud between Swift and Perry. Perry was not in attendance at the VMAs, but the two eventually shared a stage together. She called out a bunch of her exes. In addition to criticizing other pop stars in public, Katy Perry has cast a shadowy light on a few male musicians, including one of her former boyfriends. Perry ruined their love life years later in a viral game of Spill Your Guts or Fill Your Guts with James Corden, following a brief affair with DJ Diplo in 2014. Diplo came in last when she ranked her 3 then ex-partners based on how amazing they were in bed in the game. The musician, for his part, made light of his position on social media. He posted on X, "I won the bronze medal in the bed Olympics." In a subsequent post, he said, "I don't even remember doing it." She kicked a retired veteran out of his home. Katy Perry has taken her shady side to real estate, allegedly trying to forcibly remove an 83-year-old veteran from his home. Katy Perry paid $14.2 million for a large Montecito, California mansion in 2021 with her partner actor Orlando Bloom. However, Carl Westcott, the former owner of the estate, sued the couple later on, claiming that he was not fully aware when he originally signed the deed to them. Westcott's brain function was impacted by Huntington's disease, which only made matters worse. The New York Post claims that the well-known couple wrote Westcott a letter expressing how much they loved the house and even increasing the price they would be willing to pay for a new residence. Westcott, for his part, refused to back down, saying he wanted to stay on the land because he was approaching the end of his life. By 2023, the judge had sided with Perry and Bloom and had granted their ideal home, disregarding Westcott's requests. Perry's representatives told Rolling Stone, "Mr. Westcott breached the contract simply because he changed his mind. We eagerly anticipate resolving this matter during the scheduled damage trial phase." She tried to take control of a convent from a nun. Over the years, Katy Perry has gotten into a lot of legal disputes, but one of the most peculiar ones may have been when she sued some nuns for the sale of their convent in the Los Angeles region. The property, which had formerly belonged to the Archdiocese of Los Angeles and had housed the Sisters of the Most Holy and Immaculate Heart of the Blessed Virgin Mary, was sought after by Perry in 2015. The Archbishop rescinded the Sisters' original sale of the building to restaurateur Dana Hollister and instead countersold it to Perry. Her attitude worked against her. For 6 years, Katy Perry served as the middle-seated judge on the revived version of American Idol. By the time Perry's time on the popular reality competition show came to an end, things had become quite bad for her with viewers and even producers. In 2024, Perry made her exit from the show public amid reports that the production wasn't treating her well and manipulating video to make her appear to be the worst judge. Worse, Idol reviewers had been criticizing Perry's on-screen persona, even going so far as to make fun of her live when she questioned a contestant's costume. She continued to work with someone she definitely shouldn't have. In 2024, Katy Perry faced criticism following her reunion with producer Dr. Luke for a new album. The two had previously worked with another great producer, Max Martin, on some of Katy Perry's biggest singles, such as California Girls and Teenage Dream. Martin would return to record Perry's 2024 album. However, many expressed concern regarding what was surrounding Dr. Luke and Perry's role in it. Dr. Luke and fellow pop sensation Kesha were involved in a legal dispute in 2018, with Kesha accusing Dr. Luke of some horrible things. Kesha, who had been in one of Perry's music videos, brought Perry into the legal dispute by claiming an accusation Perry refuted that Dr. Luke had also done the same thing to Katy Perry.